Hi everyone, I'm Shelly. I am a homeschooling mom of 11, 8 of whom are actually being homeschooled anymore. Today I'm actually sharing with you a vlog of my middles homeschool day. My middles are my children who are 8, 10, 11, and 12 years old. So if they were in school, that would be considered 3rd, 5th, 6th, and 7th grade. Last week on my channel, I shared with you a vlog from my littles homeschool day. And again, today I'm doing my middles. Next week, I'm going to do a vlog of the entire homeschool day. And the reason that I decided to just break it up like this is just because I thought that it might be easier for you to get an idea of how we go about doing things, since I do break my kids up into groups. So anyway, I just wanted to go over a couple things with you before we start this vlog. First of all, I just wanted to say that when my kids did their CTC math, they actually got it done in the morning while I was still half asleep, and I was able to record it. But when I edited it into the video, I put it in where my kids actually would be normally doing their math program. Another thing that I really wanted to go over with you first is that I know that you will find a lot of homeschooling families who are kind of like sitting around the table doing their homeschool, and that is not us. You're not going to see us sitting around the table getting our work done. The only time that we really will sit around the table to do schoolwork is if it's like an art project, like if they're painting or if they're doing something that's messy. For the most part, you can hear my cat meowing. For the most part, you will find my kids pretty much doing their schoolwork on the floor. They love to do it on the living room floor, sometimes on the sofa, just anywhere that they find it comfortable. And that's something that I really, really like about just having a relaxed homeschool, is that we can take what works for us, we can take what works for our family, and that's how we incorporate it. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. We're going to get started out with our Call to Homeschool song, and then right after that, you will just be getting a quick glimpse into our devotions, and then our devotions then lead into my middles doing their Bible reading with us, and then our homeschool day gets started from there. And again, I really hope that you enjoy it, and if you have any questions or comments, just let me know afterwards, or in the middle of it, just leave a comment down at the bottom. Thanks a lot. This is where I write down what the kids are going to be doing for school every day. And I have it written in my own book, but my kids like that I write it up here because they like to come up and erase each thing as we do it. So today I'm going to be showing you my day with the middles. So as you can see, we're going to start out with Bible. Then we move on to Read Aloud, which COA means Case of Adventure. That's the unit study that we're doing right now, and that's the Read Aloud that we're doing. Then we're going to be singing Scotland the Brave and watching some videos that go with the unit study. And they're going to be doing a paper with a secret code also with that unit study. After that, they do spelling and cursive. And then they do math and silent reading. Now, for those of you who have been here before and know that we are huge notebookers, notebookers, is that even a word? But anyway, you'll know that we love that. But we did not do that. We will not be doing that today, just because they will be doing that secret code, and that secret code covers enough of language arts, in my opinion, that they do not need to be doing the notebooking today. And that actually will go into their unit study notebook. So I talked about that in one of my other videos about things to put in unit study notebooks. Sometimes you can incorporate the actual activities and put those in your notebooks, and that's what we're going to be doing today. This is our Call to Homeschool song. We change the song every 6 weeks. It's just a song so that when the kids hear it, they know that it's time to get their wiggles out and get ready to start doing school soon. So we all start out doing devotions together. I shouldn't say all of us, because my oldest homeschooler, she does not do devotions with us. But the rest of us do devotions together, and this is what we do right before we start that. All right, today it is London's turn to read the verse. So,
God considers us to be the sweet smell that Christ is spreading. He is spreading it among people who are being saved and people who are dying. 2 Corinthians 2:15.
Okay, and I'm going to read the passage 2 Corinthians 2 verses 14 through 16. Okay, so the corresponding passage that goes with that is, every day you wear perfume, even if you're a boy. If you love Jesus, he has cleaned you up. You have a sweet smell. Other people are drawn to you. They like to be close to you. But to people who hate Jesus, you stink. They are still dirty with sin, and they don't want to be clean. Your sweet smell reminds them they need Jesus to clean them. It reminds them they are going to die. To some people, you smell good. To other people, you stink. But to God, you are the sweetest, most beautiful scent you can imagine. What do you smell like to Christians? Kenzie. Okay, but what do you smell like to Christians? Can anyone answer that? Ireland?
Would Lennon go?
Do you want, if you want her to go ahead, Lennon.
Okay, you smell good.
Yeah, you smell sweet, don't you? What do you smell like to people who hate Jesus? Ireland?
Disgusting.
Yeah, disgusting, right? And that's because they need him and they don't even know it. So after, well, actually right now we're going to go to Numbers 15 verses 1 through 3. All right, so we're going to be reading together today Matthew 24, and we're going to be reading verses 1 through 35. Okay, I'm going to start. Are you all ready? Are you all at Matthew 24 right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one?
Yes, I'm going to start with verse 1. You're going to read verse 2. Okay, ready? Jesus left the temple. He was walking away when his disciples came up to him. They wanted to call his attention to the temple buildings.
Do you see all
These?
these things? Jesus asked, what am I about to tell you? It's true. Not one stone here will be left on top of other ever.
This is another.
Another. Every stone will be thrown down.
Okay. One in verse 3.
As he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, "Tell us, when will these things be, and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age?"
And Jesus answered them, "See."
Okay, so this is actually the book that we're reading with our Case of Adventure Destination Scotland unit study. It's A Clash of Swords in Scotland. And what we usually do is we just read one chapter. Ireland, move your foot. She's trying to get her foot in the shot on purpose. Anyway, we just read one chapter and then I have the kids narrate and then we do activities afterwards. So I'm just going to start out reading right now. All right, we're on chapter 5, Sir Angus and St. Andrews. They entered a room with a large doorway and broad white painted window frames. Dad stays in here because it gets wonderful light during the day. It's good for him as he can't get outdoors. Ian approached the old man in the bed. Dad, the Gray family is here and the children want to meet you.
Because a person said that because he shows off.
Okay.
And
Remember anything else?
that's all.
That's all you remember? All right, Lennon, so what do you remember?
That they were in the like in this cave thing, like in a tunnel, and they were talking about the I forget what it's called, the dagger. What is it called?
They call it a dirk.
Yeah, dirt. They were like trying to find, like they were talking about it and trying to find like clues. And then they said that we learned enough about the dirt today. So they said let's go in the shady spot, like to sit down and relax. And one of the boys, I think it was Rome, that he went down by the shade and he laid down, started panting and like moving his hand like this, like because he was hot. And then his two little sisters joined him. And then what's her fiance's name?
Ian?
Yeah, Ian. He said, how about we get some ice cream? He said, how about on my treat? And he said that he sees a ice cream seller over there. And yeah.
Okay. Okay, so right now we have been learning the song Scotland the Brave, and they just started learning it, so it's not like they know all the words by heart, but we're going to sing it right now. And I'll spare you. You won't have to watch the whole song. And I'm sure my kids will be happy about that too.
Hark when the lights are falling, hear the fighters start calling, loudly and proudly calling down through the camp. Where the hills are sleeping now, feel the blood of leaping high as the spirits of the old Highland men.
Scotland, my mountain home. Sing, don't dance. Okay, the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be watching some video links that are on the Case of Adventure website for the Scotland Unit Study. So we have Scottish Knight League, St. Andrew's Castle, Fife, Scotland. There's some other links down there, but today we're just mainly going to focus on the videos. And I'm actually just going to cast them right to our TV to make it easier for the kids to watch them. So we're going to get started doing that now. All right, so we're using secret code 2. So it's the top part of this paper here, and then you're doing the Scotland clue card 5. So you can either finish your code first or you can cut it out first. It doesn't matter because you're only, again, using the top secret code on this one, and then on this one you're only doing Scotland clue card 5 today. And the way that you do this is I want you to pay attention if you don't know how. Ireland and Luke, I don't know if you're going to know how to do this. What you need to do is...
Well, I know what it's kind of like. It's kind of like a multiplication chart.
Like a multiplication chart?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to explain how to do it? No?
I don't know how to explain it.
You don't know how to explain it. All right, so what you do is, for example, the first number here is 28, all right? So we see 28. So what you're going to do is you're going to, hold on. Yeah, on 28. So then you look on this one, on the secret code, you go to the 2, and then, what, you want to tell us, Bailey? Yes, it's M, because you start at the 2 and go down to the 8. So yes, London said it's like a multiplication chart, and it is. So for 28, again, look, Ireland here. Stop cutting for a minute. Okay, so see, this is 28. You see that? Yes? Okay, so then for 28, you go to 2, 8, it's M. So the very first letter here on this one is going to be M. All right?
Oh,
yeah. So here, Luke, I have your papers. So let's get started on doing these well.
Okay, I
yeah.
get this part.
What?
Okay, this is 7 and a 4, and it goes right to IJ. Is it an I or a J?
Maybe you will just have to figure it out. Like, look at the rest of the letters and see which letter would fit.
Maybe I should do an I first.
Is that the one that you're at now?
Yeah, 72.
I'm trying to do
Oh, yeah. I'm assuming it's going to be an I and not a J.
Mom, I know what to do.
Did you hear me just explain it?
So
Mom,
do
isn't
I
it
go
I or
to 28
J?
and make a line?
Oh, she
So you don't have to do a line. You just have to, like, look. 2, you start at 2, and then you go down to 8. And it's M. That's where they meet. Okay?
And then what do I do?
Then you take the M and you just write M above the 28 because that's the first letter in the code. All right? See how everybody's coming along. Everybody understands now, right?
Yeah.
Luke, just a little while ago, he said he didn't understand. He's like flying through it now. What is that on the floor? Bread? Really, guys? You getting it, Ireland? Okay, hold on one second. I think, aren't these both supposed to be N's?
Wait.
Yeah. Look.
Wait.
8 and 3 takes you to N, and you wrote M. Okay, London has finished it. Let's see what it says. I'm not going to say it out loud because some people are still working on it. Very good. Good job. You got it. Now, do you want to go get your Scotland notebook and we're going to put it in there? If you want to, the ones that we haven't done, yeah, you can put those both in the sheet protector. And if you want to, you can put the ones that we haven't done yet in the pocket.
Okay.
Do you want to put them in like that, or you actually, you know what? You guys used all the cardstock, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to stay like that anyway.
And I also put the ones that we didn't use yet underneath here. So you're not going to be able to see it.
Oh, okay.
My leg was in the wrong pose.
Oh.
And now we're just doing it like flash.
Oh, okay.
Mom,
Are you going to put it there? Siege, yes. Siege means battle. Okay, Lena, do you mind if we take a look at your notebook? Okay, so this is what she has in this notebook so far. So there she just did a little notebooking page that she used a Scotland Library book about that one. This is a copywork verse. And if you can see it, they had underlined the pronouns in red. And there's a Scottish flag. This is another notebooking page that she did. A little Scotland word search.
Edinburgh.
It's Edinburgh, right. Okay. The Haunted Castle, that was another library book that she was notebooking out of. What is it? Queen of Hearts Castle. Oh, that day I had asked them to design their own castle, so that was hers. The Queen of Hearts Castle. I asked them also to design their own crown and sword. And again, like, these activities are part of the Case of Adventure Scotland unit study. And then there's, oh, that was the Morse code clue card that they did the other day. These are the words to Scotland the Brave. So they actually do have these if they want to use them when we sing it, but for them it's easier to just use the lyrics right up on the screen of the TV when we do it. That there, is that another notebooking page?
Yeah, I just did that one.
You just did that one. And then here's the code from today. So that's what we have so far. We're only on chapter 5 of the book so far, so they don't have a whole lot, but we're having fun with it. Now that we've actually finished our unit study for the day, this is usually when we start doing math and cursive spelling, or if we have any notebooking that day. My kids this morning were very motivated, and while I was half asleep, already completed their cursive and spelling for the day. So I'm just going to show you. They actually also did their silent reading too. That's something else they do afterwards. So I'll just show you really quickly. All that I do for their spelling is just 3 times each. That's all that I do. Let me just make sure that I didn't check this yet. I don't know if we spelled everything right. I just get these words from Natural Speller. I only do the 3 times each because I'm at this point just concerned about them spelling things right. And while I know a lot of people love the activities in Natural Speller, I just think that they're schoolish for us. So again, this is just to help them to learn how to spell things right. So that's all that we do, is just the 3 times each for different words. So they did that already today. Ireland, you did yours too? Ireland's sitting here because I'm going to do math with her now. And then their cursive. This is what we use for cursive. And even though it says grades 3 and 5, 3 to 5, I don't know why they have cursive graded. But anyway, I just use it for everyone that does cursive. And so yeah, they already did that today too. So, and that's all that they do for that. But anyway, I'm just going to get started on math with Ireland now. Now, all of the other middles use all the other middles use CTC math. Ireland uses Abeka. She's showing you her book. So that's what we're going to get started working on right now. All right, so go through that. Remember, I want you to go look on the top digits. If any of them are smaller, circle so you remember to borrow.
That one.
Yeah, so circle that one so that you remember. One thing that I've noticed with my kids with their math is that a lot of times they forget to borrow. They forget to look and see if the top number is smaller than the bottom number. So what I've just actually started doing just with Ireland is having her go through before she does any subtraction problems, and if she sees one that is smaller on the top, she circles it so that she does not forget to borrow there. So that's a little trick that, you know, took me 10 years to figure out, but hopefully it will help her. And so the reason that I use Abeka Math with her and not CTC is just because at this age, I love Abeka Math. Now, I'm not going to even criticize it for the older kids because I haven't used it for the older kids, but I have noticed like throughout this book, she's in the 3rd grade book now, it does start to get pretty. Can I just show this real quick? Like, I don't know, towards the end of the book, actually no, this one looks good. Maybe it was in some of the examples of the older books that I saw. Anyway, to me, it looked like they were too drill and killish again once they got to a certain grade. So up until around 3rd grade, I decided I'm going to use Abeka Math because I really like I think it's called the spiral-based approach to math. They basically, and they cover a bunch of different things. What did you say, Ireland?
Step
I
5.
can't see from here yet. Wait. Can I see? It's hard to see here. Yeah, that's 5. And remember, you don't have to cross out the 2. You weren't borrowing from the 2. You were giving the 10s to the 2. So you only need to cross out the 3. But that was right. 12 minus 7 is 5. But anyway, I like that they cover like different things. And see, like right here, she's got subtraction, and here she has to write the actual number. It's giving her the words. Down here is telling time, and then at the bottom, it's adding three numbers. So that's what I like about Abeka Math. And CTC Math. Anyway, moving on to CTC Math. I like that for the older kids just because I noticed with my kids that with math, once they get to a certain age, they start to get frustrated when I try to explain it to them. So with CTC Math, that kind of takes the pressure off of me because it has the videos. So I really like that aspect of it.
We've got 4 in that top group, 4 in the next group, and 4 in the back group. Three times 9 means 3 groups of 9. 1, 2, 3. 3 groups of 9 equals 27.
See how she's coming along? Moving along just fine. Very good. Okay, you see the mess that we have left over from school yet that we've got to clean up. It happens. It looks like this every day when we're done doing school. But anyway, my older kids have already done their silent reading. My older middles, I should say. Ireland here, she actually is the age that I would usually keep in the littles group, but she wanted to come into middles so badly this year, and I told her we would try it. She's doing really well. I just want to, with her, I prefer to read out loud with her just until she gets a little more fluent for her to start doing silent reading by herself. My other kids have already done their silent reading for the day, and that's all they usually do is they usually read about a chapter a day. I don't have them write reports or anything on it. It's just reading, you know, letting them pick out books that they enjoy. Sometimes it might have something to do with our unit studies. It doesn't right now, but it's just, you know, 10, 15 minutes of them reading each day. And so we're going to read this book together. You want to read the title?
Shoe Fly Guy.
Yep.
Chapter 1. A boy had a pet fly. The boy called his pet Fly Guy. Fly Guy could say the boy's name, Buzz. Buzz played with the Fly Guy. Buzz made
him a glass house. Best of all, Buzz fed him.
Okay, so as you can see, my kids have erased most of the stuff that we did today, which they actually already did in math and the secret code. So my middle's day is done. It is probably about 12:20 now, so we started around 10, and I think it's around 12:20 now, and we're gonna have lunch soon, and then after that I'm going to be moving on to the littles. But that was our day today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, you can just leave a comment down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet and would like to see more of our days or hear my homeschooling philosophy or my talks about education, I would love if you would subscribe. And next week, I'm hoping to do a video of the entire school day, you know, not just, last week I did just the littles. This week I did just the middles. And so next week I'm hoping to just get it all together so you can kind of see how it all works together. So I hope you have a great day.